The Middle East is holding its breath, warships are moving, jets are taking off, allies are choosing sides, and now NATO's shadow is suddenly entering the stage here. Because Britain, one of America's closest military allies, has just made a powerful and quiet move. 6 advanced F-35 stealth fighter jets suddenly deployed towards the conflict zone surrounding Iran. And this is not any routine military travel. This is a signal, this is a sign. You're watching TimesXP. It's me, Dhruti Atri, and let's just understand what just happened here. Well, these deadly stealth fighters, they took off from RAF Marham in the United Kingdom. They flew across continents and landed at a highly strategic military base. RAF Acro 3, Cyprus. Well, a location that sits like a watchtower over Eastern Mediterranean, close to the Middle East, close to potential war zone and dangerously close to Iran's regional influence here. But here's why this particular deployment is raising the global eyebrows. These are not any ordinary fighter jets. The F-35 is one of the most advanced combat aircraft in the world. Designed to avoid radar, designed to deep strike missions, designed for modern warfare where speed and invisibility decides the victory here. So when F-35 jets move, military analysts, they pay attention. And Britain did not send these jets alone. Well, they will join Typhoon fighter aircraft already stationed over there. Together, well, they form a rapid response air shield. Officially, Britain says that this is a defensive move to protect British troops, to secure regional operations, and to prepare for any emergency evacuation or military missions. But you know what? Geopolitics is never that simple, right? Because at the center of this growing military buildup, there is just one question. Will the US strike Iran? Reports suggest that Washington has quietly briefed its allies, and the message coming from inside American defense circles, they are extremely complicated. Well, on one side, there is intense pressure from Israel. Israel believes that Iran's nuclear and military activities, they pose a direct threat to its survival. Israeli leadership has reportedly warned that it may support or even push for military actions if diplomacy fails. But inside the White House, in the US, well, the mood appears cautious. Reports say that President Donald Trump is still weighing the options here. In fact, one US official reportedly hinted that Israel is pushing harder for a strike, while Washington is still calculating risk because striking Iran is not just a military decision, right? It is a decision that could ignite an entire region. And in the meantime, diplomacy is still a little bit of alive. Quiet talks are happening in Oman. Back channel negotiations between the US and Iran, it continues. Trump has even described all of these talks as very good, and that too in Trump style. But at the very same time, he has issued a warning that if negotiation collapse, consequences, it could be very steep. And in geopolitical language, that often means military action remains on the table.